Hey, welcome back to today. We're going to do the weekend forecast today. We're having a detailed look at the weather for the next 7 days across the British Isles. It takes us into the start of the new year, into 2015. We're going to have quite a cold week coming up, at least to New Year anyway. It may get a little bit milder after a year, but quite a cold week with chance of a lot of frost and fog. But many parts of Central Europe are going to be engulfed by a big freeze in the coming week, so we're not going to be doing as badly as those places over on the continent where it really going to get freezing cold during the coming week ahead. And towards the new year, I'd say it will start turning a little bit milder, although there is some uncertainty about that, how quickly those milder Atlantic winds start to extend it in, because when you're in a high pressure pattern, very often the models want to reset the pattern really to a default westerly, and it can break down the high pressure too quickly, be too progressive in shifting the high out of the way. If the high does break down, though, probably only a temporary interruption, because next weekend it may be that high pressure comes back, actually turns it colder once again. So I'll get on with that in a moment to say about the ads. There's links to articles on most pages at gaswebbies.com. Have a browse through the widgets, anything that you're interested in, click through, you'll be able to go off and read those articles. And there's weather related ads on most of the pages as well. The charts that we're using are coming from the weatheroutlook.com and webcentre.de. I'll link to both of those websites on my links page. So the area's low pressure that brought us all of the rain, snow and sleet problems yesterday, the real headache, has gone off into Central Europe, depositing a lot of snow at the moment across Germany. It's left us with a showery northerly wind. We can see on the radar picture those showers are mainly running down the eastern coast, some coming down the western coast and affecting Northern Ireland, Northern Scotland too. Many inland areas largely dry, and in the south as well, largely dry. Though a wintry shower could pop up almost anywhere through the course of today. Now, wintry showers is encompassing anything from rain to hail to sleet to snow, maybe even a flash of lightning in some of the heavier downpours as well. So here's today's Atlantic pressure chart. We've got high pressure ridging through the Atlantic. Nice ridge there going up towards Iceland and the south of Greenland, although this is not a proper blocking feature. It's not a proper northern block, which is the reason this is probably all going to end up in a westerly flat pattern as we get through towards the end of the week. Nevertheless, it's a cold pattern at the moment. We've got high pressure ridging through the Atlantic. The low pressure that gave us the rain and snow yesterday, first snow across some parts of Central England since 1964, has gone off into Germany, and it's leaving us with this northerly wind, which is bringing in those showers. So we've got wintry showers running around the eastern coast, some coming around western coast too. Many inland parts dry with sunny spells as it is down in the south. It's going to be quite a cold day today, with temperatures in the south around 5 or 6 degrees, in the north just 2 or 3. Overnight, the high pressure will already start to topple down over the coast, so already those Atlantic winds are starting to put that high pressure under pressure. So the high pressure is toppling down across the country. The showers dive back to the eastern coast. Most places will turn dry and clear. It'll be a cold night with widespread frost. Temperatures in rural locations could get down to -5 degrees. There could be some freezing fog patches developing as well. The high pressure is sitting over the country really as we go through into Sunday, although a little disturbance is running down the east coast, perhaps producing a few wintry showers on the east coast, but the vast majority of the country will be dry with sunny spells on Sunday. Could be a freezing fog patch lingering here and there, but there'll be plenty of sunshine coming through as well. If any freezing fog does linger, it'll be a very cold day with temperatures not getting above freezing. Otherwise, we'll be up to around 2, 3, 4 degrees, so it will be cold tomorrow, but with light winds and plenty of sunshine. If you wrap up warm, it won't be too bad for going off and walking off that Christmas dinner. Moving through into Monday, the high pressure's over the country. Nice area of high pressure there at 1,040 millibars. It'll be a good day to reset your barometers. Notice already though, milder southwesterly winds beginning to edge into the far northwest of Scotland. So the mildest temperatures on Monday will be in the very far north of the country. Could be up to, say, 6 or 7 degrees across northern Scotland. But otherwise, around about high pressure, there'll be freezing fog and a hard frost to begin. Some of that freezing fog will linger on all day, but most places will see some sunshine coming through. Temperatures again 2, 3, 4 degrees in the sun, but in freezing fog, probably not getting much above around -1. The high pressure is still in there across the country as we go through into Tuesday, although those milder southwest winds beginning to extend in towards the northwest of Scotland, also coming into Northern Ireland as well. So a little bit of cloud and maybe patchy rain for western Scotland, but rest of the country stays dry. Could be quite a lot of fog around on Tuesday morning. I think as we go along with this, the fog will get more widespread really, so there could be quite a lot of it about by Tuesday and lingering on all day. That could prove a little bit disruptive to travel plans, particularly perhaps for England and Wales, with some dense freezing fog in places, but there'll still be sunny spells coming through in the sun. Again, after a very frosty start, temperatures will struggle up to around 2, 3, 4 degrees, but under any lingering fog, temperatures will stay below freezing all day. And it will be mildest in the north and the west again, possibly for Northern Ireland, with temperatures getting up to about 7 or 8 degrees out in the far northwest. As we go through into New Year's Eve, that high pressure is increasingly starting to slip down in central parts of Europe, and it's under that high pressure that we're going to have those freezing cold temperatures across Central Europe this week. The westerly winds are returning to Scotland and Northern Ireland, so it'll be a breezier day for Scotland and Northern Ireland on New Year's Eve, with some patchy rain in the northwest of Scotland coming down into Northern Ireland too, and probably quite a lot of cloud being dragged in with that southwesterly. For England and Wales, we're still under the high pressure, so still a risk of freezing fog patches to begin with on Wednesday, New Year's Eve, and some of that fog will linger on all day. Otherwise, sunny spells will come through. It'll be a cold day in the south with temperatures just 2 or 3 degrees, sub-zero in the lingering fog, but milder for Scotland and Northern Ireland, with temperatures up to 4, 5 or 6 degrees there, and mildest in the far north and west of Scotland, where temperatures could be up to 8 degrees. We get through into New Year's Day, and this is the chart for New Year's Day, seeing that high pressure breaking down and slipping in central parts of Europe as these westerly, southwesterly winds return. So even in the south, I think we'll start to pick up the wind through the course of January 1st, 2015. We'll begin to see the fog beginning to lift up and break up to allow some sunny spells coming through. But for Scotland and Northern Ireland, actually turning quite windy up there, and there could be some outbreaks of rain setting in through the course of the day. So a pretty miserable start in the north to the new year. Temperatures in the south a little bit milder, up to around 4 or 5 degrees. In the north, very mild potentially, up to 10 degrees perhaps for parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. Going through into Friday, and we find that high pressure breaking down as these westerly winds start to come back in. So we're going to find a band of cloud rain pushing down across the country on Friday, with showers following. Temperatures in the south will pick up to around 6 or 7. In the north, it'll turn a little bit cooler actually as that band of rain clears through, so probably around 6 or 7 up there also. And then to go through into next weekend, probably seeing a ridge building back in actually, so that little interruption to the high pressure probably not lasting too long, and we'll probably find it turning colder and drier again next weekend, with risk of more frost and fog returning. Finally, have a look at the charts and the weather outlook. Here's the situation today. Got wintry showers in the east and in the west. There could be some snow in some of those showers in the north as well. But as we go through into sunny, most places will be dry. Could be a wintry showering down the east coast, but the bulk of the country dry on Sunday. It will be cold though, with sunshine coming through, hard frost early and late. Same for Monday. Get through into Tuesday. Again, it's cold day, hard frost early and late. So it's going to go through. What this doesn't show you is where the fog is lingering. So you look at this and you think it's wall-to-wall sunshine. It's not going to be quite that straightforward, because there will be freezing fog patches lingering in places as well. As we move through into New Year's Eve, it's going to turn cloudier and milder up in the north and the west, but still cold, with frost and fog down in the south and the east. Those milder winds gradually extending to all parts of the country through New Year's Day and on into Friday as well. This doesn't show, but there's a band of rain pushing southwards and eastwards on Friday. And then probably back to high pressure next weekend, which could bring the frost and fog risk back again. So in summary, it's going to be quite a cold week. Not as cold as it will be on the continent, but it is going to be a fairly cold week. There's wintry showers today, but after that it's a largely dry week, actually, until the end of the week anyway. And just generally quite cold, very quiet, with frost and fog, an increasing problem up to New Year, and then turning a little bit milder later in the week. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.